Yeah. So here accumulator, then value. Fine. So here we need to check what value. Value every time first we will print what will be the output, we'll see. Then we'll work with the accumulator. So I'm not going to initialize now this one. We'll save this one. So I'm getting value what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not getting one because here if you will see initial value, I have not mentioned it. Okay. What I'm going to do, the current value, you can say this one is the previous value, this one is the current value. So current value means right now it will take this one as a default one. So if you will print accumulator here, accumulator, you will get what? The first value as 1. So here you are getting 1, okay, first time. Then 2 is nothing but the next value, 3 is the next value, 4 is the next value, and after that we do have undefined every time because we have not initialized over here. So if I'll initialize this one as 10, so every time you will get what? 10, but you have to add, you have to update that value each and every time. So accumulator means it will store your previous record or previous data. Whenever you have that, you can store that one. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to update each and every time what? Accumulator, because that will hold your previous value. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply add accumulator plus equal to value. Okay, and will return this one, where data here. I'm going to write simply data, no need of this sum now. Here what we are getting, 38. Now if I'll remove 2 elements from here, what I'll get, 25. Yeah. So what is happening here, the flow, if you will see each and every time, whatever value you have, no initial value. If I'm not going to declare this one initial value, so see here, if you will add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, what you will get, 15. Okay. I have not initialized the accumulator. In that case, by default, the first element of the array which you are iterating through, it will be the default value of accumulator. If you're not initializing, in case if you are initializing, let's say with the 20, so the first accumulator value will be this one, and whatever value here we have in accumulator, that will be added. So total value, if you will add, you will get what? 15, and plus 20, the output should be 35. So this is nothing but just to store your like previous record, and then whatever you are passing the new value, it will iterate through that. So this is one example. If you want like sum of digits or the sum of the elements, whatever you have inside array, then you can use. We can take another example also instead of this. Let's say if you want to find let's say maximum number in array, if you want to find, what you can do is let's say var max value is equal to, need to use this one, reduce. Okay, so we'll print this one, this max value. Okay, so here we need to pass again a callback function. So callback function I'm passing, let's say here we have a function. Okay, first one is accumulator, means the initial value or the current value, and one is previous value. So accumulator will be the previous value, always the default one. So here I'm going to pass simply, let's say ACC is a accumulator value, and the current value I'm taking that one as value. This value will come from array, and this is the initialized value. So here, if you are going to check like the maximum number, so you need to start from the lowest number first. So the lowest number I'm going to give here, let's say minus infinity is the lowest number. Okay, and now I have initialized the accumulator with what, in minus infinity. Now I'm going to write some condition here. Let's say if the accumulator value, okay, accumulator value is greater than the actual array value, okay, then return whatever the accumulator value is. Okay, return whatever the accumulator value is. Okay, else if this condition is not satisfied, then in that case return simply value. Okay, return simply value. So which one is here maximum? You can see 5. If you will pass here 50, 99, 23, 45, you will get 99 as a highest value. So you can use this reduce method, and as you can see here, this accumulator is always going to uh, hold your like the previous value every time. So you will be able to just iterate through that array. Okay, and you can use this reduce method. The current value, sorry, previous value, current value, previous value. Why I'm saying here accumulator will hold the initialized value, and if you will update, that will hold with that value only, whatever you are going to update in the accumulator. So what is the logic here? See, the accumulator value is right now minus infinity, and the first value will be what? 1. So infinity is greater than 1? No. So it will return in that case what? 1. After that, one by one it will check, and the final result, whatever you will get, like it will iterate through the uh, array, and the final result you will get here the maximum number if you want, like this only. So this is all about like reduce. Now we have another method also in array that we can use. We have seen indexOf, find index, these things. I think we need to check. Yeah, join we have not seen. So we'll see the next method, join. I'm going to simply use the console.log. Okay, we have here array dot join. So if you will use join, you will get a string. Okay, here this one is a string value, original array value. What you can do, you can add, means you can print these values. Right now the by default is a comma, as you can see here. You can add a separator over here. If you want to join all those values with the dash, then you can use join like this. If you want to just put a like forward slash over there, you can use this one. So join you can use, and you can pass here one separator in that. Another method we have is called of last index. Last index we are going to see. Where is that array? Yeah, here we'll see this one. So simply I'm going to write again console.log array dot last index of. Okay, first we will see last index of John. So John is just, you can see in this array we have written just once only. So it will find here from last it is, and from first also it is one only. If you will add one more John over here, let's say right now you are getting 0 because the position of this particular element is 0. Now I'm going to do what? I'm going to add here again John. And what is the position right now? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from last it will check and it will return you the index of that particular element which you are looking for. Okay, so then you can use array dot last index of. Okay, now the second one is here that you can use is simply if you want to convert this array into a string, what you can do, we know that already, to primitive value. If you want, then we were using this toString. So you can apply this toString on array. Simply it will return you what? The string with that comma separated value. So you can use toString also on array. Okay. Now the next one here we have, that is if you want to check like entries here, entries of elements. So what you can do is simply uh, where I'm going to write here entries as a variable is equal to entries of which array? So array arr dot entries. So here if you will try to print simply this value, you will get one iterator as entries. So here you have array iterator. You can see here, if you will go next like that, you will get the next value, iterated value. And if you want to print that value, because if you will learn about the iterators and generators, then you will be able to understand. But here we do have a method called entries, keys and values. So that's why I'm showing you here. So what I'm going to do simply here, I'm going to use for off loop. By using for off, you can show this one. Entry of, in entries we have already stored that iterators. We have printed this one over here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to print each and every entries. So here just I can print console.log. I'll print the entry, every entry. So here you will get array form data, and the like in pair you will get first index, then value, then index, then value, like that you will get here. So see here, you are getting at the 0 index, you have value this one. First index, you have value this one. So like that you are getting if you will use entries. Okay. Another thing here we have after this, like when you can use this one, let's say you are getting some value from backend, and just if you want to display the entries in the form of this, like the index and value, then you can use this. Okay, or if you want to convert something like from array to object, then also you can go with. So here we have entries. Another method we are going to see, that is array dot keys. So if you will try to print keys also, no, so keys again, if you will print, you will get what? generator only. Here you will get generator, iterator. So here you are getting one iterator, and again you have to iterate this. So what you can do if you want to check all those values with the iteration, simply you need to use what? Here you have to display each and every keys by using for of loop. And this one will not work with the for in loop. Always remember this one. The iterator will not work with the for in loop. It will work just with the for of loop. So I'm going to display here just keys. So keys is nothing but here right now, it will print you those index values only. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So these are the index values of the arrays. So that's why I'm saying keys. Another one here we have, and the last one, that is values. Okay. And here we have to write that as values. It will also generate a iterator only. So what I'm going to do is simply I'll paste values, value, value. Okay. And here also you need to print what? Values. See here. So here, if you will check the values, that is iterator, and in value, if you will use this array dot values, you will get all the values of what? Values of array. So simply you can use these three methods. If you want keys, you can use array dot keys. If you want the values of that particular array, then you can use values. And if you want to check just the entries with the index, okay, then you can go with the entries. So this is all about the array methods. Do you have any question? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. So before starting with the object, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you about the string methods, because most of the methods which we have learned here in the array, that we are going to use in a string also. So that's why I'm planning to first start with the string methods. Okay. So we'll start with the string methods. Okay. Here I'm going to take one string called str is equal to any string I'm going to take here. Let's say I'm going to explain you about string methods. Okay. So this is one string. Simply if you will print here console.log. If you will print this string, you'll get the same string here. You can see. Okay. So now we are going to use some like string methods. By using that, we will see what we can do in real time. So let's say if you want to find out the array length, what you have to use? Tell me. Array name dot length, isn't it? So likewise here also, if you want to check the length of the string, you can simply write a string dot length. It will give you the total number of characters, including the white spaces also. Okay, if you will give one extra space here, the count has, you can see the increased here. Okay, so simply if you want to find any length of the string, you can use that string where it is stored and dot length, or simply you can do one thing. Instead of writing that, if you have directly one string, you can write like this also. You'll get the same result. Okay, so that you can do. To find the length of the string, you have to write the string dot length. This is not a method, this is a property. Okay, fine. So another one here we have that we are going to learn about console.log. The next method here we have, that is indexOf. Do you remember for what purpose we use indexOf? Anyone? A string dot indexOf. Okay, so if you want to check here the index of let's say G, so it will check the first index, if first occurrence of that G, and it will return you the index of that particular G where it is. Okay, so let's say if you are writing G, it will give you the index value of that G, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including spaces. Let's say if you have to find the index of I is 7, the first one is 7. Second argument here you can pass is what? The string or the character which you are looking for, you need to pass as a first argument. And another one here you have to write, like as you can see from the starting only, it is looking for what? I, and wherever it will find the first I, it will return you the index. But what if you want to search this I after the index 20? After index 20, then if you will see here after index 20, the first occurrence was here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it is not going to find this one also. After 20, I'm saying 9, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and then finally it will find here. So it is giving you the index of that particular array. So you can use simply the indexOf method with that string if you want to find let's say I'm going to write in. Okay, in. If I'll give G, it will not find. So it will return you the -1. So IG, there is no word like that. ING is there. You can see ING is here also. Okay, but if I'm simply writing that IN space, again you will get what? -1, because here I'm saying after index 20. If I'll say let's say after index 18, I think you will get that one. Yeah, this one here. Okay, it is able to find that. So you can search like that if you want to search any character by using indexOf, and it will return you the index. Next method here we have, that is search. Search. So I'm going to write again console.log str dot search. Okay, so here what you have to pass in search, just you need to pass what, that particular string which you are looking for. Okay, so if you are looking for, let's say, ing, it will give you the again index, like that only. Okay, like indexOf. So you can use this search method also. Fine. Simply if I'm writing, let's say str is there, no, dot search. So here you are seeing, no, we have a search string, or you can use regular expression. Okay, what you can write here, any regular expression. As right now we have not covered yet that regular expression, but why I am writing here, that as an argument of this method, search method, you can pass regular expression also. Okay, now the next thing is, after this search, so search is also going to return you what, index. If it will not find, what it will give you, -1, like the index only. Next method we are going to learn about is, after search we have slice. Do you remember the slice method? Yesterday we have learned about this one. Slice. What is the use of slice? If you want to copy something, no? If you want to copy something from the string, so let's say the index value, starting index you have to give here, let's say 0. From 0 to 11, and 11 will be not included in that. It will take just up to 10 only. So 0 to 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then space is there. So a space is also in that. If you will write like this, so after space, you can see the space is there. So the last index here you have to pass, and that will not be included in that. That we have seen already in array. So if you want to copy something, you can use what? Slice method. Next one here we have, that is, after this slice, we have what? Replace. We have replace. Replace what? So I want to replace, let's say here, in a string here we have 2, no? So I'm going to replace that 2. Okay, first you have to mention what text you are going to replace, and then with what. So here one space I'm going to give. So see here, I'm going, 2 is not there because 2 spaces are there. So it will replace here. But let's say if I want to just replace wherever I will find in. Okay, so im go, ing is not there, so it is going to replace with one space. Okay, and to explain in, I'm saying the second in, it is not replacing. Wherever it will find the first occurrence or the first search which you want to replace, it is going to replace that one. One more thing, if you have like this in, so it is not replacing because the text, it will work with the case sensitive things. Okay, so in that case here, because the I is capital, no, so it will not work. So it should be similar as this text. So if you want to avoid that, you can use this regular expression, simply what, in. Okay, and you are adding for case insensitive. See, now it is working. So whatever the format is, It is going to replace. See, I am go, space is there, and then we have G. So it is replacing that one. I'm going to replace with S. See, it is replacing with that particular thing. See here. So you can use this one, this regular expression kind of thing. But as we have not covered yet, so don't use, it's better right now. Otherwise you can search on internet like how to write the regular expression for now. And if you are using a regular expression, you do not have to add quotes. Okay, fine. So here I'm going to write simply what? Wherever you find in, replace with this one space. Okay. Now this is the first one. Like here, it will replace just the first occurrence. What if, and always remember, it is not going to change your original string because the string is immutable. It is going to return you the new string. Okay. And that you can store somewhere. Another method here we have, instead of this, we have replace all. So wherever you find what? In, replace that with C. I'm going. So here it is replacing with that space. Explain in. Here also it is replacing a string in. Okay. It is replacing or not? See? Now I'm going to simply write wherever you find O, replace with this. I am. Here we have going. So instead of O, we have one space. To. O is not there, one space is there. Explain you. Here we have one space. About. Here we have one space. So it is working for the entire string. Replace will just replace wherever it will find the first element with this matching text, whatever you are writing, and replace all will work for the entire string. So you can use these two methods. Now, if you want to check here, instead of replace, we have another method called includes. Okay. No one can remember, okay, these many methods, but why I'm explaining, at least if you will be able to like recall this one, like I have learned about something that by using we can manipulate any text or something like this. So you can search on Google at that time. Okay, that's why I'm explaining each and every method. So includes you can use here, and just you can search for any character in that string, whether it is there or not. I'm looking for, let's say, Z. Is it there in that? It will return you false because in entire screen, the letter Z is not there. Why? It is there or not? Yes, it is there. I'm going to explain you why is there. So it will find the first occurrence. Wherever it will find, it will return you what? True. For that, you can use what? Includes. Even if you are looking for a word, or you can say simply, here I'm going to write explain you. Exactly. See, it is returning true because it is there. If I'll add one here, it will return you what? False, because this string is not there. Now it will return you true. So you can go for like even a single character or multiple words also you can write by using this one. Just it is going to return you whether this word exists in that particular string or not. Then you can use this includes. Another one here we have, that is another method is there, that is concat. Okay, concat. If you will use concat, we know already what to do with the concat. In array also we have seen this method. Let's say if you want to concatenate a string with some letter, let's say great. So at the end it is going to add great here. See, you can concatenate actually by using this concat method. Even you can use like str and plus operator also we can use or not. Simply we can write str and then plus for concatenation. In the same way we can use here great. See, this is also working. So instead of using this, wherever you are comfortable with this or this, you can use either of them. We have template literal also, that also you can use. Okay, to concatenate two strings or multiple strings, you can use what? Concat method. Another one here we have, that is charAt method. So simply I'm going to remove these things. And in a string, if you want to check the position, like if you are saying, hey, check on the index 10, what character is there? Okay, I'm saying char, not word. Okay, check the index 11 and tell me what is the character available on that particular index. So we have T. Okay, here this one T. If I'll say 12, it will give you 2. O. Okay, here it will give you O. So if you want to check any like the character position, sorry, like whatever the character is available on that particular index, you can use the charAt method. Another method here we have, that is charCodeAt. So whatever character is available now on that particular index, I need the ASCII code. Okay, ASCII code of that, or Unicode you can say. So here, let's say charCode, I'm saying, no, charCodeAt. Uh, here we have A, no? So 0, 1, 2. So index 2, it should return 97. So see, the char code of a small a is 97. If you are going to check, and this value is for the index, at the index 0, tell me whatever the character is there, no? The char code I want for that particular character. So here we have for this 173. Let's say here we have 0, 1. For space, if you want to check what will be the char code, that is 32. Okay, so like that you can check the character code here, or you can say the ASCII code. Another method here we have, that is at we have seen yesterday in array methods, if you remember, just to check the position of any character. Here let's say again same thing, you can write like this, like a string at 0, whatever the character is there, you return that one. Okay, the last character if you want, simply it will return you here. See, in methods we have here methods. Okay, and here we have this one. So it is going to return you the exclamation mark. So it will accept the negative index also. Yesterday I have explained about these things already. So you can do this one, and we have another way also to do this. Like simply you can write, instead of string at, simply you can write like this. It will return you the first. But if you want to access the last one, you cannot write here -1. Okay, it will give you undefined. If you want the last one, simply you have to write a string dot length -1, then it will return you the last character. Okay, so you can use any of them. Now we have another method, okay, called startsWith. Okay, startsWith. I'm not going to pass anything right now, and simply will use that method starts with. See, it will return you the boolean result. So if you want to check whether this string is starting with whatever letter you are going to pass or not, then you can use what starts with. So I'm saying whether it is starting with a m or not, it will return you false. If you will say if it is starting with I, return true. If you are going to say hey, whether it is starting with I am, it is true. So for that purpose, you can use what a string starts with. You can use. We have just opposite method of this one. It will check the ends with. Okay. You can use ends with. So if you are going to pass empty argument here, you will get false by default. Now you have to pass this one whether it is ending with. This is ending with I am. I'm going to write I am. You will get, obviously it is not ending with I am, so it will return you false. So I'm going to just pass this one, not complete methods. Simply here, this one, or even you can write this. It will return you true. Okay. It will return you true. It will return you true. So you can use a starts with and ends with just to check whether this string is starting with that particular word or character or not. Okay. Now, as just now we have seen here in array about the last index of. So we are going to use the same kind of method over here also. Okay. So here we are going to check this one. Last index of, okay. Last index of, from last it will check, okay. Last index of I is 35. Okay. It will check the last one. If you are going to check, let's say last index of O is 43. So like that, you can check from last, the last one, the last occurrence of this particular character, okay, is what? You can check that. Or not even character. Let's say if you have two here, I am ing, okay. If you have ing, so the last occurrence of ing, it will give you from here, like is 35. Okay. So like that, you can, if you want to check the index where it is, the last one, last character, last word, then you can use last index of. The next method here we have, that is padding start. Okay. padStart. padStart you have to use, and it is going to accept what? Two arguments. The first one is like the length you have to pass. The maximum length for this particular string was what? So here we can check, no, simply str dot length is 47. So if you will pass, let's say 20, comma, the maximum length you have to pass, and then the filling a string. You can see here it is showing filling a string. Whatever text you want to fill at the end, you can write. So a string I'm going to pass here, let's say dot dot dot. Okay, we'll save this one. Are you able to see that? No, because this maximum length should be greater than what, or equal to, here, see, I'm giving first equal to. Are you able to see that? No. So the maximum length I'm giving now, see, 48. Are you getting here dot? 49. You will get 2 dots. If I'll give 50, here you will get the entire thing here at a time. So as many characters here you have in the string, and after that, whatever you want to fill, let's say here you want to fill z, or one character only. Why to write like multiple? So you are getting 3 times. If you are going to just put over here 150, so those many times it is going to fill with the z later only at the starting of the particular string, wherever you have that one. No? See, now we have one space. We have a space, left side and right side. So even it is accepting the spaces also. You can add any string in the beginning of the string, or just you need to remember here that the length, whatever you are passing, no, that should be greater than the string length. And in the beginning, if you want to add something, you can add. So let's say here I'm going to write 53. We'll write wow. See, it is adding here 2 times. If I'll write 52, so here it is not adding that extra a small w, because here we do not have much space over there. We have just 5 character space, so that's why we are able to add just 5, because the string length is 47 and I'm passing here the length, maximum length is what? Maximum length is 52. That's why you're not able to see that one. Now the just opposite of this one, if you want to add something at the end, so same thing here, just you need to change the method name and it will add at the end. See here. Okay, if you want to add some dots over there like that, okay, so it is adding dot 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 after this. So you can use this one, a string padding thing at the start, a starting of the string, or at the end of the string, but this maximum length should be always greater than what? The string length. Otherwise you won't be able to see the expected output, whatever you are trying to do. Okay, now second thing here we have, that is repeat. Okay, I'm going to use here repeat. Okay, and here you need to pass count, how many times you want to repeat this string. So let's say I'm saying 1. Yeah, so I was saying like as many times you want to repeat any string, just that counter you have to pass here. Like 6 times if you want to repeat, just pass 6 here. Now another method here we have for the string is, that is split. Okay, what? A split. A split means you have to break these strings into chunks, like it will return you the array as a result. So right now you have dot length also you can find, because that is an array. If you will use this string dot split, it is returning an array. So array dot length will be what? 1. Okay, fine. So simply if you are not passing any splitter or separator over here, it will wrap the entire string inside one array. Now you are saying, hey, I want to split this string wherever you have no, like right now I'm passing, this is empty string. I'm not giving one space, I'm saying empty string. So it will break each and every character. See, I, then space. So it is breaking each and every character. And how many characters are there now? 47. And it is wrapping into the array elements. So total number of elements inside array right now we have 47. Now I'm saying no, I want to break these string wherever you find one space. See, I am going to explain. So let's say if you have a requirement that you have a like paragraph and you need to just count the number of words. So wherever you will get what? The space, you have to split that string from there, and the total count you can say what is that? 9. So a string dot split and dot length. In real time, you have to use like these things only, and you can do these things easily. See, you can say like the total word count is 9 simply. Okay, and here after that, I'm saying wherever you get the first a, break it from there. Here, see, a is not there, no? So it is breaking from there. M, going to explain, a is not there, no? So from there it is breaking, and it is creating another word here. See, another element. So like that you can break from wherever you want to break that string. So let's say if you want to break this one wherever you find O, okay, so it is going to break from there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 6 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 are in between, so it is breaking into 6 elements. So you can use a split, okay, and you can pass the separator string if you want to split that one. But always remember, it is not going to return you what? The string. It is going to return you what? The array. Okay. So here, as you can see, as we are getting the returned value as a what? Array. So you can use here join method. Okay. Join. We have seen join already. So whatever output I'm getting, join with that dash, and it will return you in again a string format. So I'm, instead of O, now we have what? Dash. So you can use this method chaining also. So first a string dot split, it will return you an array, and on array we can use this join method. Okay, so you can do that. Fine. Now the next method here we have, that is substring. Okay, substring. So here you can use what? This is deprecated. See, that's why what they have introduced new one. See, substring. So you can use this one also. And that will also work in browser that is supported. Even though that is deprecated, you can use this. So here you need to pass first the index value. Let's say I'm giving 0, and then how many strings you want to copy, that length you have to give. Okay, let's say 10. I'm going. Okay, I'm going. So it will start from index 0. Now I'm saying no, I want to start it from 4. It is going to copy from there only, 4 to 10, just going. Okay, so like that you can use. So this is also kind of slice method only. And here if you will see, the only difference is it is taking the number of, like the last index here, what we have, the count, it is taking till that point. Okay, and it will just skip the starting characters. Even here you can pass the negative values like slice if you want. Now one more thing here we have after
Can you
this.
repeat this substring difference between substring and one more thing?
Yes, see here, just you have to pass the number. Okay, number, like first thing I'll explain you this. In substr, okay, in substr, this is also substring. First you are going to pass the index. Okay, then here you have to pass what? The count. From the starting index, it is taking the count. Now if you will use here 4, so from there it will take now 10 characters. So see the difference here in the substring. That's what I was saying. If you are using here this one, then this will work as a count. But if you are using this one, updating method, both of them are working like slice only. But the only difference is here it will take the last index value. Also, it will accept, and here you will get just going. Understood? In slice, the last index value will be skipped.
Yes.
And here if you will see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The same way it is working here, the substring also. But substr, I'm saying, in that you have to use the count. The last argument will be count. But here it is what? It is working as the same as slice. So either of them you can use. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Okay. So substring and slice will work in the same way, but just always remember this one, it is going to count that number of a string. Start index, starting index 4. From there you need to count the total 10 characters. So it will give you different results. Okay, now the next method here we have, that is toLowerCase. So right now we have the mixed characters. You can see the caps also is there, and a small case is also there. So if you want each and everything in lowercase, simply you can use toLowerCase. So see, every character is right now in a smaller case. Another one is we have here, if you want in uppercase, simply you can write here upper. So each and every character here you can see is in uppercase. So you can use these two methods as well. So we were using text transform property in CSS, capitalize, uppercase, lowercase, if you remember. So like that here we can use, but there is no method that you can use capitalize here. Okay, just two lowercase and two uppercase you can do. Now another method here we have, that is trim. Okay, trim. Let's say here you have some extra space. At the end also you have some extra space. Okay. And if you will use trim, no, so it will remove the extra space before and after. Whatever the extra spaces is there, it will just trim and it will return you the normal string. Now another method here we have, that is trim left. This is deprecated. Instead of that, you can use, I'll tell you, like here right now you're not able to see, no, so the difference here you will be able to see. So str dot, because it will return you in single quote. So right now see on the left hand side, simply if I'll type str, you see here in the beginning and at the end also we have some spaces, no. Let's say I'm going to remove some space so you will be able to see that we have this one. Simply str, I'm going to type, still I'll remove some spaces from here. So as you can see, still if I'm able to see or not, yeah. So before this string and after this string we have some extra empty spaces. Okay, so simply if you will use str dot trim, okay, so it will trim the extra spaces here. Now are you able to see that we do not have like this extra space before and after? So that's why I was using here trim. Now instead of this, if you will use trim left, so from left hand side you see it is removing the extra space and right hand side is still there. So for that purpose we are using here trim left. And just the alternative of this one is you can use trim start. Okay, so this is the new one they have introduced and it will work in the same way. Okay, instead of this trim left you can write trim start. Okay, see at the starting of this string it is removing the extra spaces. Okay, now if you want to remove extra space from right side you can use simply right, and this is also deprecated as you can see. So I'm going to use this one. So see, it is not removing the left side extra space, but it is removing the extra space which is at the end of the string. So you can use this one, trimRight. And another method here we have, that is trimEnd. Okay, trimEnd. So from end, actually it is going to remove what? Extra space. See. So you can use these methods just to remove the extra spaces. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you one thing here. Let's say here you have one string, no? This is a string. Okay. What if you want to access simply console.log, console.log str. Okay. I'm going to copy same thing. Console.log str of 0. Str of 0, you are not getting anything because here we have extra space. I'm going to remove this one also for now. So you will get I. Okay. First array you are getting, sorry, a string you are getting, and then you are getting what? I. What if you want to change the first character of this string? Can we do this? Like if we are able to access this one, a string of 0, simply a string of 0 is equal to, let's say, G. Can we do this? If you will do, no, if you will do this, so see, it will return you G. Okay, it will return you G, but see the original string is still like that. It means, why I'm showing you, if you have an array, you can mutate that one. But if you have a string, you will be able to access each and every character like the array only by using this subscript, or you can say the uh, square bracket by using the index, but you won't be able to change the original string. Okay, you can copy some text from there, you can store somewhere else, and then you can do whatever you want, but you cannot change the original string because strings are immutable. Okay, that you need to remember. And that's why here we do have this method called slice, but not splice, because splice we have seen yesterday, it was working like cut only. It will change the original array. That's why we do not have splice. Slice means just we can copy, that is fine. That's why here we have slice method, but string is immutable. That's why we do not have splice method. So sometimes in interview, they might ask you, or they will confuse you actually. So as you can see here, concat method is there. We have includes, we have what we say slice, we have indexOf, we have lastIndexOf. So the same methods are available in array also. So they will ask you whether the splice is the array method or a string method. So if you know this concept that a string is immutable, then simply you can answer that splice is an array method, because by using that we can mutate the array, and a string is immutable, we cannot change that one. So that's why a splice method is not in string. Okay, so this is the first thing, like a string is immutable. Another thing is, here we have another method that we will see. I'm going to create here str1. Okay, so the first way is like, simply we can write like this, single quote or double quote, and we can initialize one a string. Another way is, here we have directly a string method. Okay, and here you can write simply hello. I'm going to print that one, console.log. Okay, we'll print the str1. So what we are getting, exact that string, that is fine. And even if you will print str, you will get the complete string, that is also fine. So this is the second way that you can create one string. Another method is, here we have that we can create. Let's say here we have var str1 is equal to this constructor method. Okay, new and then string. Okay, new string. And here I'm going to pass this one as hello. Oh, sorry, str1. So here, if you will see, you are going to get hello as an object. Okay, here we have that value. We have that value, but if you will see how it is creating HELLO, that is fine. Length is also 5. That is also fine. If you will check type of str, simply that is a string here. This is a string. But if you're going to check type of str1, you will get object. Okay. So what if you want to access the value which you have created like this? So for that one, we have one method called dot. If you remember when we were learning about the coercion at that time, if you want to convert something into two primitive, if you have one like non-primitive value, what we were doing, we were checking the value of and toString, two methods were there. So toString, if you will do directly on this one also, no, you will get hello. Okay, you will get what? Hello. And if you are going to check here, this one type of, you are getting what? Now you are not getting object, you are getting string. And if you will use value of also, no, you will get string only, because if you are using toString or value of, you will get the same result in this case. So these two methods are also accessible here and you can make use of them if you want to convert from what, non-primitive to primitive. Okay, so this is the third way that you can create a string, but this is not the best practice actually. So by using constructor function. Okay, so the best one is directly initialize with this like empty, means single quote or double quote, or you can go with the directly a string method, not with the constructor function. So if you have any question, you can ask me now. We are done with the string methods also. So here you can use value of, you will get the same result. Hello and hello.